Hello, everybody. We are a technology solution, and we are facing technology glitches before we start. So just to engage with you till we can start, because I don't like all of you waiting. Let me just introduce me and my team here. I'm Manan. I actually head AI and IoT products at Bosch Digital. We are providing AI, IoT, and digital solutions around large themes that matter in the world. And we feel that one of the largest themes that matters, one of the most today, is sustainability, right? And you may really ask this question that what is Bosch really doing in this world of retail? Yes, of course, we have our own retail, chain. We do power tools, we do washing machines, we do automotive products and things like that. But we represent the solutions part of Bosch, where we really want to drive sustainability, efficiency solutions for all of you here, for all retailers and all of you gentlemen here. And that's what we would want to talk about, right? But let me ask this question to Ramesh, who's our head of strategy at Bosch Digital, that what is really Bosch doing at a conference like this?
Thanks, Manan. You did the easy talk, so let me do the difficult one. So, ladies and gentlemen, happy to be here representing Bosch. We are definitely not here to sell washing machines, but we are very proud to be a company that does that, home appliances. We are not here to do Bosch power tools, but we are very happy we do that, and it's a great one that is a market leader. What we do here is software and digital solutions, which is something that Bosch is not very famous for, but that's what we precisely do. We are at the forefront of IoT and digital products. We are the largest sensor manufacturers. Every cell phone that you use has a Bosch sensor in it. In terms of IoTification, we are really the market leaders in terms of industrial digital, but then we said, why not we take it to retail as well? And this is not the first time we are doing it. We've been in the retail sector for the last about 25, 30 years, and the digital part is in the tune of about 10 years. So let me say, this is a retail summit, and like every retail, there is always a jugaad. So what really happened here is that the laptop didn't connect here, they have connected it there. So I don't know the slides that is coming up behind me, so you might have to excuse if I do turn back. Having said that, what Bosch does in terms of software, what Bosch does in terms of engineering and digital, is what we take to the end consumers, and that's what we also take to the dealers and retailers and wholesalers. Let me give you a background of what Bosch does, and this is a topic about sustainability. Yeah, thanks. I can control it for sure. So what Bosch does is, let me give you a background, because everybody is talking about AI, everybody is talking about connectivity for sure. That's very, very important. But we are talking about a topic which is, and we do all of that, but here we have chosen a topic which is not so easy, which is sometimes taken as a good to have, but we recognized way back in 2007 that it's a must have, and that's a topic of sustainability. What we realized is that in 2007, we made a roadmap to become carbon neutral in 15 years. And we are very happy to say that 280 Bosch plants and its dealers and the entire aftermarket and retailership is carbon neutral 2 years ahead of time. So we became carbon neutral in 2020. We didn't see that sustainability is a good to have. For us, it was a must have. We said we don't want to do something where we are not carbon neutral, where we are not sustainable, and we don't want to be in that business. So we had a 15-year time frame. So as you call in sustainability, scope A and scope B and scope C, we did scope A and B, which is inside the plant and inside our premises, as sustainable factories and plants. And then we said we will work on scope C, which is to work with the suppliers. And that, our target is 2030 for that. So that's the background. The other background is that we have 3 lighthouse factories in the world. We have retail plants that are sustainable, and we also have plants in India that have been awarded sustainability excellence. On that happy note, we move forward. For us, sustainability is really end-to-end. On the one side, you have customer. On the other side, you have the people and the organization. In between comes products. In between comes processes. In between comes renewable energy. In between comes supply chain, circular economy, the plastics that we use in the product to be reduced, We talk about circular economy and blockchain approximately 7 to 8 years back, because we realized that the way our supply chain is running now in the whole world and in Bosch is not sustainable without that. So we started working with even retailers in sustainability about 5 to 6 years back to ensure that they become sustainable. So for us, sustainability is really end-to-end. Carbon neutral is one of the output of it. ESG is another output. So we don't just do a consulting and get out
outside of Bosch to make them ESG compliant. What priorities could be and work with them to make it sustainable. We also work with product engineering and work with other supply chain, our supply side product engineering and product design to make them use less of plastic, less of material, and ensure that they are much more carbon neutral. So what you see is sustainable by design, and we want to be green by choice. The Bosch sustainability journey, as I've said, you will see all sorts of figures in terms of how many trillions of tons of CO2 we have saved, in terms of 120 plus digital plants that we did. How 300,000 green sustainability processes in product design, in supply chain, and ensuring that whatever products and solutions that we come out in the digital and IoT world is also having a carbon neutral index that we look at. Having said this, we said that we really need to take it to the end consumers through retail, and that is where we had a Jumpstart sustainability business unit. And here I come from Bosch down to the business unit I represent, which is called Bosch Software and Digital Solutions. We request all the interested members to also come and visit our booth. So here what we really are talking about is what are the top two sustainability and energy efficiency. Number one, well, it is a time consumer. You have the dhanda to run, you don't want to sustainability. Then you are talking about ESG is a compliance tool. As long as I follow the basics, I'm pretty much there, but we don't need to go beyond that. The third thing is there's a lot of heavy lifting work to be done on sustainability. Who will do the grunt work? Who will really do this sort of thing? Thanks. Who will really manage the providers? It's not easy to run the business and also be managing providers and multiple providers, because you don't have one that gives you the answer. Energy efficiency for us is electricity, water, gas, steam. But for many organizations, energy is all about electricity and consumption and saving. And then we are talking about, is this really required? Let's push it to the few years. And that's how it goes on. So we said that let's become a partner in doing this. And we always believe that what is measured improves, what is measured and reported improves exponentially. But in today's world, if you don't digitalize it, and if you don't have intelligence and you don't take action, well, even if you report it, you're not going to do it. So this is the new law. It's not written by anybody, but all of us understand how it works. Because many of the things on digital
is all about proof of concepts, but not really going
industrialization, not going towards actually. Exactly why we said we need to really this whole society
happen. So there are multiple initiatives in sustainability. For paucity of time, we are just showcasing one product of ours, which is called Phantom. It's a very unique name. It really is a non-intrusive product with edge device, which really measures the energy signals or electrical signals of any appliance. And then it provides real-time data of its usage, of improvement, of benchmark against other appliances. And you don't have to do it appliance by appliance, machine by machine, device by device. You can put it in a common box and it can still find out different energy signatures of different appliances that are used and tell you where you're going wrong and how you need to optimize. Sorry. So this is a complete SaaS application. It's on the cloud, it's a product, and it has a roadmap where we have come from Phantom 1.0 to Phantom Edge, and we are still developing it as we go along. So this is non-intrusive, but we can also make it intrusive, also make it to control and optimize depending on how the customer requires. So in the context of a retailer, what it does is that it measures the current, and you see that box down below is how the Phantom looks like. We have it on display. So it measures the current, the voltage. It has the RS-232 connection. It's connected by Ethernet, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. But what it does beyond all this, it does the energy monitoring. It tells you the carbon footprint. It tells you the condition monitoring so that you can predictively figure out when something is going to fail and repair it. Or if you wanted to control it in terms of how the plant should run, we can also do that. And then it's a complete closed loop system. Now we give you 3 examples. This is CultFit. It's a fitness center. But what we really do with Phantom here, that's interesting. We are actually increasing the equipment lifetime of every equipment that is there, right from treadmills to the gym equipments, to the CrossFit location places, to the yoga places. So you don't need a lot of AC when you do yoga, but when you do CrossFit, you need a lot more air condition. So the place that you do the CrossFit will have a different way in which the AC will run, to the place where the yoga will happen, to the way the gym equipments will run, and predictively tell you when something is going to fail in the treadmill or on some of the multi-gym machines. Then we are talking about not just fat reduction, but carbon footprint reduction, simply because when you put it across different outlets and you measure the comparative carbon footprint and energy usage, you will be able to say why somebody is doing better and why certain others aren't. What should be the benchmark you should set up according to the usage and the patterns, and increase the efficiencies. The third thing is that this is personalized for fitness enthusiasts. So if as I mentioned about the yoga and the CrossFit and the gym or the weights, you can actually do the fitness differently. You can have right from ambient temperature, ambient air control, to the lighting, to the air condition, to any other equipment that we use, to actually have a different personalization. And fourth, the fitment to the actual deployment, which we can call in this case as fitment to run, is about 1 month. And in that 1 month, this Phantom will be able to machine learn how these different appliances run, what is the benchmark to be set, and after that it will give all the deviations and control it. So it will predictively control the different machines, give the alerts. So obviously it doesn't cause a problem to the fitness enthusiasts, because they get to see when something is failing, and there is no downtime, so to say, where certain treadmills aren't available or certain equipments aren't available. And that is how, for the gym runner, like the franchisee, it obviously increases the lifetime, but for the fitness enthusiasts like you and me, it gives uninterrupted service. Then we move on to a global retail bank, Development Bank of Singapore. ATMs give money for all of us, but here ATMs also save money for DBS, because there is an increased ROI on how the ATMs are running. The ATMs are actually able to tell you, according to the customer footfall, how the temperature and the air condition and how the ATM machine should be running at optimum capacity, where it should possibly go on a sleep mode, and how it should run efficiently during the peak hours. When the customer walks in to take out the money, both in the bank as well as for banking operations and in the ATM, it actually gives a different customer experience in terms of all the things that it controls. The electrical signatures predict failures. We already went through that. But we also understand that when it listens, we know how to automatically control it. And that is what something has not been happening. And when we do that, it gives a huge benefit to the branch operators in running these branches. And third, but the biggest benefit is when you put it on scale and not talk about singular numbers, and we have more than 100+ branches that are running on this, it gives a benchmark across all of them, how sustainable they need to become and how efficiently they need to run. So there is a clear benefit to the bottom line, and of course there is a brand image improvement to the top line as well. And third one, it's not about the food that you see. We all know which one I'm talking about. We are running this global sustainable practice with McDonald's. It's a roadmap that they are doing globally for carbon reduction. And what we are doing here is very similar to what I described, but in addition, the vicinity of the customer's footfall that happens, Phantom will be able to record the density of the QSR and see that according to the density, according to the footfall, it's able to calibrate the different floors that need to operate, to where the lighting should be, to where it could say that this region is out of bounds, or it welcomes the customer to go because it knows that after this time, there would be more footfall coming in. So if you translate it to any of the retail outlets, the same thing can be applied, that we take the data, we are able to predict how the footfall happens, and accordingly the appliances and the machines and the entire the floor space is controlled automatically to ensure that there is a better customer experience. And when you combine it with a centralized energy monitoring for a 24/7 operation, it gives a worldwide or a countrywide benefit. So these are the different benefits at a retail level. And this is Bosch Climate Solutions, where we spearhead this. We have more than 1,000 employees who are working in Bosch in different industries, and retail is a very prime focus for that. Globally, we have the competency and the know-how, both for consulting as well as the actual deployment. And we have had about a decade of experience in implementing it. And the credibility of Bosch is what I mentioned right in the beginning. We first do it ourselves, we experience it. We are not like a service provider who either tells you that give me the data and I can make a jazz out of it, nor are we the ones who do not know how the facility is run. We have run it ourselves, we have deployed it ourselves, and then we take it out to the market. So this is our credibility, we have achieved it, but we are humble enough to understand that everybody has different needs, and when we work with you and we provide this to external customers, we are very happy to work with them and customize this. Thank you. The last example, this is a smart campus that was inaugurated, Bosch Smart Campus, by the Prime Minister himself, and this is a complete 5G smart campus in Bangalore, and this is how many of our campuses will be. So even for our offices, commercial spaces, we are wanting to see that entirely it is carbon neutral and has an energy saving target to it. Thank you.